everybody, my brothers, my sisters. Welcome back to the message. And today's topic we're going to talk about is embracing change, and why not only the spiritual initiate should make sure you practicing, embracing change, but us as a collective here on this planet, why we should all embrace this change. Now I'm going to point you to one of the 7 Hermetic laws, and we're going to go to the 5th one. And in numerology, the number 5 represents change. It's one of the meanings tied to number 5, but we talk about the 5th law or the 5th principle. And it states, everything flows out and in. Everything has its tides. All things rise and fall. The pendulum swing and manifests in everything. The measure of the swing to the right is the measure of the swing to the left. Rhythm compensates. This law has been understood by the ancients. They understood it. We are having a problem with it. Solomon touched on it. There's a time for everything. I'll read the scripture. There's a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to uproot. A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to tear down and a time to build. A time to weep, a time to laugh. A time to mourn and a time to dance. It is that law right here. The law of rhythm. One of the reasons you're going to have to embrace it is because it's in your very nature. The universe is in, constant rhythm. Everything flowing in, everything flowing out. It has its rise and its fall. You can see it in the seasons. It goes from hot to cold. The sun rises and the sun falls. Let's talk about some of the side effects of not embracing this change and what I've seen. Not embracing the lows to come. Because it's inevitable. Nothing escapes the law. Side effects of not embracing this change is sadness and depression. You see, when you don't understand that there are lows as well as highs, you feel as though something is wrong. And it's not that nothing is wrong. It's just the fact that this is just how this universe works. Anger. And you know why you feeling that anger. Shit is fucked up. There's no other way to put it. Resentment, low self-esteem, bad judgment, financial crisis. When you fight against change, all these are side effects of that. Because you love when the sun is up, but you can't stand when the sun go down, and you don't know how to react in that. There's a rise. You see it throughout history. You see it with kingdoms. There's a rise and there's always a fall. Always. And this is just the law of the universe. A law of the universe that must be followed. And to me, it seems that it shows nothing lasts forever. All you can really do is try to compensate by understanding this law, the 5th law. Hermetic law from the 5th floor. The law of rhythm, because we all go through it. You got to understand, with change comes evolution. You must change. And when you don't change, the fall is much harder. And embracing that change is just, accepting your highs and your lows and treating them as equals. By embracing this law of rhythm, it takes away all these side effects, and it brings in the benefits of better judgment. You're going to make better judgment calls. Because I know you're probably wondering, how is it that some people seem to remain on top? More than likely, they mastered that law. They understand that I am going to have high times. So, in understanding that, I also understand that there are going to be low times. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plan ahead. See, because that is what this law allows us to do. This is how it can seem as though somebody is on top forever. But in reality, they've mastered the lows. So that could be financial, emotional, or physical. However you want to look at it. If you understand that it's going to be some low times in your life to come, you will plan accordingly. If it's finances, you will make sure you don't overspend on bullshit. There's no other way to put it. You'll understand, like, I'm going to hold off, I'm going to have money, I got a savings account. If it's emotional, what you'll do to compensate for those low times is make sure you always loving yourself first and foremost, because you'll understand that it may be times, and this is not all the time, because we all got people that are near and dear to our heart, but for some it's times where they're alone, and those lows are low, and the only way to master that low when it comes to your emotional and mental state is loving thyself and understanding who I am, or who I am. You know what I'm trying to say. Know thyself. Benefits of really following and embracing change is, I said, better judgment, because you will be able to look ahead, to be established that you will have a understanding of being a universal being, that this is how this universe works. I'm going to plan ahead. Prosperity is another benefit of embracing this change. And we not just talk about prosperity when it comes to finances, prosperity in your relationships, because you understand that it's ups and downs throughout everyday life, but you will feel more prosperous, understanding that it's okay. The sun ain't always up. Understanding. I could have put that first, but understanding is everything. Walking around being frustrated and you don't know why, and your emotions is out of whack, is not cool. You need more understanding. We need more understanding as a collective. We are divine beings. We got to tap into, some of our ancient stuff. It's going to bring you joy. It's going to bring you joy to know that you ain't the only one that goes through these ups and downs. You ain't the only one who goes through, ins and outs. Everybody tides rise. Okay? And last but not least, you'll be upping your frequency and your vibration. Because everybody, when shit get, tough, everybody ain't keeping their, vibrations up. And to me, it could be because of this simple law that people are overlooking. They just want to throw pity parties. But if you can master it, you'll experience joy. Like, joy is a birthright to us. It's our right to stay in that frequency if we choose so. And by treating your lows and highs as equals, when it's bad, it's all good. I'm good. I'm a child of the divine. I am divine. I know the prosperity is coming back. I'm protected. I'm here. Understanding that the rise is coming. Let me plan, though. Let me plan ahead for this next rise, because I got a drop coming. I need to make sure I got all my ducks in a row. But this is why we must embrace change. Because the fall is inevitable. Nothing lasts forever. On the surface. But the masters know how to make it last, because they understand that for every fall, there's a rise. Once you get that mentality, you'll be able to move through life a little bit smoother, with a clear mind. It will X out all the depression and sadness. You get that, okay, this is a low time. This law is similar to DC Metro buses. You miss one, It may take 30, 45 minutes for the next one to come. Sometimes even an hour. But it's coming. The next bus is coming and you getting to where you going. This is life. That is life. That is that law that is old. It's an old law. A lot of people already know about it. If you already know about the Hermetic laws, good. If you vaguely know, even better. Go, brush up on your knowledge. But that fifth law is important. And I see that all around me, people can't handle it. It's a low time for a lot of people. But you must not stay there. And I'm going to tell you why. See, because for some people, they'll be like, well, I never experienced the highs. And what I would say to that from personal experience, because I used to look at it like I didn't celebrate my victories. But I would look at the situation, where there were victories, but it wasn't the victory that I wanted. And those were my highs. And I overlooked them. So it seemed that the lows were forever. They lasted forever. In all truth, it wasn't. I was going with the rhythm as the universe goes with the rhythm. As the sun rises and as the sun falls, I was in that. But by fighting, I was fighting that change because I wasn't willing to look at the changes in my life. A lot of people there, you're not willing to look at the good things. You have to look at those good things. Or else it'll be like drowning. Everything has its times. It'll be like drowning if you go with that. But go with the rhythm. And the message of today is get in rhythm with the universe. By following that universal law and the others on the list that you definitely should go, just go read just because it's good. It's because it brings light. Knowledge brings light. Okay? But that's the message of today. Get in rhythm with the universe. It's going to be very important. It's going to be very key to bring you out of that dark, sunken place. Get in rhythm. Rhythm is everything. Understand that, all rises has its fall. And even if you in your fall, if you down right now, understand that you coming back up. And you need to be prepping for that rise. You don't have time to be sad and depressed. You need to be prepping for the rise because it's gonna come. Pay attention. Pay attention. The rise always comes. And you have to celebrate the little things. You have to celebrate the small victories. This is how you can compensate. Look up that fifth principle. A good book for you to get, although he goes way in on it, but it's a good book. It's Ancient Future, the teachings and prophetic wisdom of the 7 Hermetic Laws of Ancient Egypt by Wayne B. Chandler. A lot of y'all probably already got that, but if you already got this, just go read that section again. Just for today's topic. And on top of that, embrace change. Embrace where you at. Embrace where you are at, because it ain't going to be long, baby. You're going to be back up. I promise you. Because if you don't embrace that, you ain't going to be able to embrace the rise. You ain't going to be able to embrace the rise. It's just that simple. So y'all check that out. And I appreciate y'all chilling with me, kicking it, and listen to me talk, like, subscribe, and I will see y'all next Sunday, on the message. I really wasn't even smoking that much, but I'll see y'all next Sunday on the message for the, for the next topic, what we're going to talk about. But really, I hope this resonates. I hope this resonates with y'all, embrace that change. And don't forget, the message of the day is get in rhythm with the universe. That's the message. And by embracing that change, You getting in rhythm, baby. You getting in rhythm. And you can get whatever it is you want. You can manifest what you want. You know, what you want. Not because we always manifesting, but I'm talking about your desires. But you got to get in rhythm. And the only way you're going to do that is by embracing change, the painful stuff. All right. See y'all next week.